just wanted to have a few minutes with you looking at yoga for, well, chair yoga, but with the intention of doing it at a desk so that we are currently in lockdown, but I'm not sure when you're watching this whether we'll be allowed to have freedom or not. But particularly when we're not set up properly at a proper desk and chair, we can really develop some bad habits. And when we're working on a laptop, when we're spending a lot more time looking at Zoom or at the computer and all the communication is through the computer, it can have a real effect of bringing us into this sort of a position and exaggerating. I mean, normally working at a desk is very, very hard on your body. Sitting is very hard on your body. But the amount that we're doing now, the lack of change in our routine that we have now can be even more severe. So what I'm looking at is how do we come from this back to this? And how do we give ourselves a little bit of a break during the day? So the first thing is just noticing your posture. Noticing, because the things that we do habitually are what really set us up. So have a look below. We'll have a load of little videos that look at how to set up your computer, how to set up your chair, how to set up your desk, and stuff like that. But once you have all of that in place, what do you do to start to release through your body? So head and neck, eyes, head, neck, and shoulders are sort of some of the key areas. And don't underestimate your eyes. Seriously, looking at the screen, intense concentration all the time is really difficult. So very simple. Literally, look, keep your head looking ahead, your head straight ahead. Take your eyes to the left. Take your eyes to the right. Taking your eyes for a little circle around. Bringing your eyes for a little circle back around. Taking the palms of your hands. Rubbing the palms of your hands and just using that to press against your eyes. You're not baiting your eyes, just press, let your eyes rest on it. Give that a little bit of release. Have a little like head massage around the eyes, tension that we build in the eyes because you're looking at the screen so much. Little tap, not pressing, little pressing into temples, into the back of the head, back of the neck. Releasing in through the back of the neck, little circles. If someone else to do it for you, all the better. Into your jaw, and just taking your hands and having a little massage of the sides of your jaw. Opening and closing. And just even that, even though for me it's first thing in the morning, so I've only been on the screen for an hour or so, and it's really reduced. From our face actually coming into our neck. So this connection, our neck actually attaches about where your ears are. That's where the spine goes up to. So as we start to find movement, find a little bit of rotation, and notice where is it that you're caught. Have you got tension in the back of your neck? Does it go through your chest? So just easing head side to side. Be careful about bringing the head back. So to bring the head back, place your hand behind it so that you're getting length because we become compressed over the laptop. So you're looking to get length. So hands behind your head and then allow the head back into your hand so you can release through the front of the neck without compressing the back. So often we just do this kind of thing. Oh, it's nice for the front of the neck, but all this compression we already had in the back of the neck is just exaggerated. So really looking to get length through and back. And then after going in each of the directions individually, so going back, going forward, going side, and going to the other side, then put it together. Easing and releasing, seeing, but being very, very mindful of neck. If you find a place that's a little bit, for me today, it's a little bit dicky here, so maybe don't go into it. Notice in my case, my shoulder wants to rise up to my ear, so be aware of these little things. Don't push through it. Notice. Find gentle ease and release. So from the head, which you've gone from side to side, forward and back, and into circles. Then we come to the shoulders. Same general idea. So this is a really nice one for the shoulders. Taking the shoulders up to your ears and letting them come down. Bringing them up and back. Up and back 3 times. Then going the opposite way, taking the shoulders down, so you're really lengthening that down, back to neutral, down, back to neutral, down, back to neutral. Rolling them forward, forward, oh yeah, it's into the back. Roll it, releasing out across the back. And back to neutral, just to neutral. Doing that 3 times. Back to neutral. 3rd time. Back to neutral. Now opening across the front, so rolling the taking the shoulders back. You're not rolling it. Taking the shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening across the chest. Back to neutral, 3 times. Go again. Back to neutral. 3rd time. Easing and back to neutral. Even just now feel for me, I can feel all the little tingle, feel the release that's given into your shoulders. And now take your shoulder for a walk. So bringing them forward, around, up, back and down. So if you can imagine, up was 12 o'clock, down 6, 3 and 9. So the first time we just brought them to 12, 6, 3 and 9. Now let's see if we can hit every number on the clock. So every minute. As you reverse, see then can you get to every second? So slowing it down, really getting into all of the little bits. And notice where there's little jumpy bits, little skippy bits, if you're any old enough to know what a CD is, where they got dirty and they jumped. It's a bit like that. If you get a little bit tight, a little bit of a knot in an area, it'll just jump over it. Rolling back, an analogy that only a few people will understand. And then just wriggle it out. So find freedom and see how it is. From shoulders, wrists and fingers. Very important. Because we're at this business, we're really, with a mouse, you're doing this funny thing with your hand, with the keyboard, with the pad, with the phone, all this very intense little work with hands and fingers. So taking your hand. Now, be very again. Same as shoulders, wrists. You need to strengthen them, but no pushing. So allowing the hand up, allowing the hand down. Same with the other hand. Bringing it up and bringing it down. Looking to interlock the fingers. Let's get a little bit more movement. Interlock your fingers and bring it through. If you want to introduce the shoulders as well, you can bring it up and bringing it back down. Release. Now, notice which finger is on top and switch. I'm going to do that again. Go to your happy place, notice which finger is on top, and then switch. So now it feels a bit odd. And repeat. Reaching through the wrists, bringing them to the sky. And when you're here, if you want to start the side body, it's really nice to start that too. Coming back down, and then this business where we can kind of just release out the wrists. And taking a moment just to do this every couple of hours during the day is really nice, because we take a lot of strain in these poor wrists. And fingers, bringing fingers together. This is beautiful one where we start in prayer. Out, elbows together and hands together if possible. Opening your hands like a book, turning them back, rolling them back on each other, and then you end up in, pointing in towards your heart, bringing it down, and repeat. So taking it out, starting a prayer, taking them out, opening the book, doubling the book back in itself, hands back together, and so they end up in pointing in towards your heart, rolling them down, bringing them back, and back to prayer. It's a really nice movement to do. So we've got head, hands, shoulders, arms. So now we're into side body, into our spine really. So with our spine, we've got side body, so side, and this is so nice because it's a bit like, many of you may not have been pregnant, but when you're pregnant you get this collapse thing and you really lose your breath. We're the same as we come into the computer, it's the same. So coming really long and opening to the side. And all of these, you don't do them all at once. You can do one thing and then an hour later you can stretch in a different way. We call it stretching, call it yoga, call it listening to your body. That's really what it is. So if you think of the spine, there's side bends, there's twists. Going gently, and use the chair. Look, you've got your legs, so as you twist, you're rotating. Your hips are staying in the chair, rotating through the belly. One hand on your knee, the other hand on the back of the chair if you have a back to your chair. And then allowing the rotation, this twist come the whole way through and eventually coming to the top of your head. Coming back. Doing any of these as many times as you want. I'm just showing you one in each direction. Forward bend, that's easy. If you step away from your desk, you can stay seated, reaching for the stars, and then just sinking down. When you're down, have a little walk from one way, a little walk to the other way, bringing movement into it. Or, if you're still at your desk, pushing your thing away, popping your hand on your desk, this is a really nice way to get length through your back. So imagine you're holding onto your desk, or you can just hold onto your chair. Same thing, easing back, half dog against the wall, walking bending one leg, bending the other leg. Here's an advantage of working from home. You can do this without anybody seeing you and you don't have to be worried about it. You can create this little cat-cow movement going in through your spine. So holding onto your chair or your desk, letting your pelvis tilt, so tilting it one way, arching, so now you've got arch back, tilting it the other way, and so like a forward bend. Then the movement comes from your tail the whole way through your spine to your head, and then releasing out. Now that we've got you standing, find a little bit of freedom through the whole body. Again, if you're working from home, very easy to do. You can look like a wally. So what's really nice is to reach, and now you're reaching the whole way from feet through to fingers, feet through to fingers, like your I don't know if you had ropes as a kid, and we never had ropes. And then go diagonally, left to right, right to left. Release it out. Two more. One is like, you do this kind of jiggle, bounce, pulse, jiggle. So especially if it's been a bit of an intense meeting that you've been on, have a little jiggle. You can even do this if you're on Zoom, turn off your camera, and you can have a little, and then you can take your arms up, and that is so nice. I'll show you again. So, just pulsing, I'm on my toes. So you can just be on your toes and just jiggle, just to get the blood flowing. You know, sometimes you go back-to-back meetings, you haven't got time to go for a 20-minute walk. You open a window, let some oxygen in, and then just jiggle. It will bring sensation, bring life to every cell in your body. It's so nice. And after you jiggle, stop, feel the sensation. That's level 1. Level 2, jiggle, and then maybe even include the arms. Reaching one, reaching the other. Have a little jiggle. And stop. Or my favourite, bring this up a bit of space. Have a little jiggle. Bringing in the arms. And for me, this time, when I stop, instead of stopping upright, I'm gonna flop into a forward bend. Find release through this lower back and sacrum, this area that has been really restricted as I sit all day. Have a little hang, a little ragdoll hang. You can cross your arms. Who knows? If you've got headphones on, you can still be working on the meeting if you have to. It's such a nice way as to take a break between the meetings. And then to come out of this, Use your legs, bend your knees.